One of the most beneficial factors of being part of the crypto space right now, of being a pioneer, is to be able to analyze the evolution of the market and the technology. Stablecoins are a topic that are making a lot of noise right now in the crypto space, and they are a clear example of this analysis that we can make of their evolution for right now, the following months, years, and decades in order to make the best decisions possible in the crypto space. This video is 10 minutes long and I want to bring you two things mainly. One is education about stablecoins, and secondly is to bring you perspective about this topic as well, taking into consideration many factors, but most importantly, taking into consideration what the main focus of the market is. If you're watching this video right now, that also means that you're in the crypto space for the long term, for the long run, such as I am. If so, this video is for you and this video matters. Let's go.
This video is brought to you by Money on Chain, which develops the first decentralized stablecoin that uses Bitcoin as collateral.
Before we dive deep into the different kinds of stablecoins that we have right now, I want you to think about any stablecoin in the crypto space that you are aware of and think about the following two factors. One, is it useful? Yes or no? Probably the answer is a yes. And secondly, at which cost is it useful? At which cost is it solving the problems that we're going to describe right now? And the reason I am asking you this question, you will figure it out also in a minute as well. So stay with me until the end of the video. The first thing that I want to highlight in this video is the following. Why do we need a stablecoin in the crypto space? Why does Bitcoin need a stablecoin? What are the problems that stablecoins are solving right now? The first problem is volatility. We know that investors, people in commerce are afraid and they are uncomfortable in front of the volatility that cryptocurrencies have and that Bitcoin has right now. And in the market, such as the crypto market that is young, that is evolving, that is emerging, some people describe Bitcoin as a little shift, as a small shift that has a lot of instability. The bigger the shift, the more stability it has, okay? But until we reach a point of mass adoption of stability, we need a lot of years and even decades. And the other question that I want to ask you is, do you think there is a certain factor that can guarantee that we're going to reach a stability in Bitcoin for a long period of time, anytime in the future? That is very hard to predict, okay? If you think about gold for a second, gold has been the main store of value for humanity for many years, and it is still very volatile, all right? So in order for money to fulfill also its three main functions, you need stability. And those three functions are the following: medium of exchange, unit of account, and store of value. And believe me, I know what volatility is. I live in Buenos Aires, Argentina. Every time I drive, I go to the city with the bus, the price changes. So in order for money to achieve and to fulfill its functions, you need stability, and stable coins are solving that problem in the crypto space right now. The second problem that they are solving is the liquidity problem. When I want to change, for example, Argentinian pesos for Bitcoin, that process, it takes a lot of intermediaries and it takes a lot of time. So that is also a problem that stable coins are solving right now. Okay. Back to the question that I asked you at the very beginning of this video, which was, number one, are the stable coins that you know in crypto useful? Maybe yes, but at which cost are they solving the volatility problem? And here comes the main question that I want to ask you right now. Listen to me. If you have been in the crypto space for a very long time, or you have invested in crypto and you don't know the answer for this question, I would say that A, you have a problem, and B, this channel is for you to solve that problem, because I want to give you perspective and education about the fundamentals of the technology. So I'm gonna give you 10 seconds to leave me a comment below and give me your answer for the question, which is the following: which is the main focus of the crypto market? which is the main goal of the crypto market? 10 seconds running now. And the answer is decentralization. If you knew it, very well. It's very simple and basic. The most important thing is that you never forget what the main focus of the market is. Now, which is the most secure, decentralized, and transparent system that we have in the crypto space right now? The Bitcoin system, okay? And here I want to highlight the second most important question of this video, which is, does it make sense then to build a stable coin that uses Bitcoin as a collateral? Is it possible? The answer for that is yes. With Bitcoin being the most decentralized, transparent, secure, censorship-resistant, neutral, global, open to innovation system, also the most liquid system with a limited supply of 21 million Bitcoins that we can have in circulation, with those characteristics that we have already mentioned them in this channel as well, it is possible nowadays to build a stablecoin that uses Bitcoin as a collateral, and it makes a lot of sense. To achieve that decentralization, we need a couple of elements or technologies that work together to achieve it. A block of chain is just one of them, together with a decentralized algorithm such as proof of work, consensus mechanism, public key cryptography, etc. Okay? Back to stablecoins, as I said, now it is possible, but for many years, well, until very recently, it was not possible to program smart contracts on top of Bitcoin. RSK Rootstock solves this problem, and Money on Chain, the project that is sponsoring this video, they are using this technology to develop the first decentralized stablecoin that uses Bitcoin as a collateral. You can check them out in the link in the description of this video as well. For the last part of this video, I want to make a classification of the different kinds of stablecoins that we have. The first one that I want to highlight are non-collateralized stablecoins. These are stablecoins that they are not backed by real-world assets, and they are able to maintain their stability because they use algorithms. They are also known as the coins that banks hold, okay? The banks, they do take care of these kind of coins, such as Argentinian pesos, for example, where I am from, or the US dollars. Here I want to highlight two things. For example, the Argentinian pesos, unfortunately, they have everything other than stability. We face high levels of volatility every single day, and all my Latinos brothers and sisters, they know what I'm talking about. But the problem here is that we also save money in US dollars in Latin America. And the US dollar, it loses its purchasing power every single day as well. Why? Because the Federal Reserve of the United States, which is a private institution, they print money out of nothing, out of air, and they lend the money to the government of the United States, which has to pay back with interest, and they enter in a cycle that they can never get out of debt, and they have a lot of debt, and the dollar loses its purchasing power. The economy of the United States should collapse anytime. We don't know exactly when this is going to happen, but it has to happen anytime soon. All right. And the last thing that I want to highlight of this kind of stable coins is that, of course, it requires high level of trust. We need to trust that they are taking care of our money properly. But what happens here is, what I also almost forgot to tell you, is that 97% of the money that the banks claim that they hold, that they have, is digital, meaning that it's not there anymore. They lend the money to the people that they want to lend the money, okay? So they use other people's money to lend the money to the people they want. And if every person in the world that has a bank account went to the bank and said, hey, I want my money in cash at the same time, the banks wouldn't be able to provide that kind of cash to everybody because they do not have it. It's digital. So clearly they do with the money, with our money, what they want to, okay? And we need to trust that they are doing their job properly, but Clearly, this is a very centralized and corrupted system. This is the first type of stablecoins that I wanted to mention, and now let's go to the second one. The second type of stablecoins that we can find are the real-world collateral stablecoins. A clear example of them is Tether. I am sure if you're in the crypto space, you have heard of Tether before. And these stablecoins, yes, they are super stable, they are super efficient with their use of their collateral, but they are claiming, for example, in the case of Tether, that $1 is equivalent to $1 1 Tether. Here, a lot of different factors of trust and it requires a high level of trust in many different factors, such as the company that is taking care of Tether, that their actions are actually aligned with demonstrating and providing this, the $1 is equivalent to $1. We need to trust that they do hold the amount of US dollars in their bank account. We also need to trust that the bank doesn't close, that it doesn't go broke. For example, we also need to trust the country's regulation in which this bank account is registered. So many different factors we need to trust, high level of trust, high level of risk. And we know that regarding Tether, we have had a lot of noise in the crypto space because they haven't been 100% transparent in demonstrating that they do hold the equivalent amount of US dollars equivalent to USDT. Okay, this is the second type that I wanted to explain to you about stablecoins, and now let's go to the third one. And finally, to end this video, we're gonna be talking about the stablecoins that are crypto collateral. These are stablecoins that are backed by the price of Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency, and here is where I want you to apply what we analyzed before about centralization and decentralization, and I want you to keep on doing your own research about the options that we have here and what your best choice would be. It's up to you, okay? This is all for now. I hope you liked this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it brought you value. My name is Catalina. I thank you for watching. Subscribe to this channel because more educational content is coming up next. From Buenos Aires, Argentina, I look forward to see you in the next video.